How y'all doing? Yeah, it's been a little while, hasn't it? But now I've got 5 minutes in the house to myself. I thought I'm going to go for a little bit of a video project, which I've had sort of playing around the back of my head for a little while now. I'm going to take a look through my TF collector card album that I keep, because of course being part of that generation that grew up with stuff like Pokemon cards, I ascribed far too much value to little pieces of cardboard that should just go in the bin. So we're going to take a look through all the ones that I have kept, and of course, you know, a lot of the ones that I've got in the past couple of years because of generations bringing them back. And yeah, just thought let's go through that. Let's do that because I know there are a few people who would be interested in seeing that, and it just feels like something a little bit different to do for once, you know. So here we go. Here is the 2007, I think Woolworths I got it from, stationery set folder that I keep all the cards in. Yeah, wow. Once upon a time, and that time didn't really feel very long ago, this felt brand new, and now it's more than a decade old. What happened there? Open it up, what do we got? First off, it's the Armada stickers that I've managed to salvage. Well, I salvaged one of them. That was stuck on my desk till about 2 weeks ago. That had been there for like, 15 years. Everything here are all the stickers that I've kept from the Armada figures I've got since Armada ended. So yeah, most of the ones that were from the figures I had at the time got stuck on things. You know, I was 10, what are you going to do? There was a massive sticker craze going around school at the time, so of course I was going to stick them on everything, on all my workbooks, on notepads, and I've got a few still stuck on an old comic box. I keep loads of my old TF magazines in, but I've got no idea where half of them went, so... But yeah, I managed to keep the one for Deluxe Optimus, and then everything from Wheeljack, which was my very first eBay purchase on my 18th birthday, has been all, like stuff off eBay, stuff from conventions, TFN, what have you. It's all very nice stuff. You can see the remnants of having to peel that Optimus one off of my desk, which wasn't pretty, but I kept it. It's all in one piece. There we go. Here we have something special. Little art card that Zero Kaiser Adam did for me, which is just too good. And oh, mate, if they did frames that were that small, I might frame it. But in there is where it lives now. Destructicon Scourge. Now that came in Armada packaging. And that's a sticker. But long story short, what they did was stick it to the plastic of the packaging. So for me to keep that, because of course I wanted to keep it, I had to cut it out, and that's all jagged plastic under there, so I'm never going to touch it again, because, yeah, pain. And then here we have Energon collector cards, which I suppose is kind of the closest equivalent to the cards we're getting now, or the cards we were getting in Titan's Return, I suppose, because they've got tech specs on. But yeah, there you go, they're in the order that I got them. Of course, not everyone had a card in with it, which felt a bit of a shame because it's like, oh, all the like the Omnicons or whatever didn't have them. But it just goes to show that it's like there's only 2 pages of them. There's only 2 pages of Energon figures, and I've got like 4 of like Titan's Return ones. It's just like, yeah, there's a good way to illustrate the step up in my habit there, isn't there? Really. Yeah, everything from Sharkticon there. It was beyond the boundary of the end of Energon. Oh, Galvatron, mate. Galvatron. Now, here we have a selection of cards that Brent sent me. I don't have any of these figures. Oh no, tell a lie. Tell a lie. I have him. I've got him loose somewhere. I got from AA one year. But they're all like Beast Wars 2, Neo. I can never tell the difference. Japanese Beast Wars card, guys. Oh, and a couple of these up here, if I can get them to do the thing with the holograms. Are Beast Wars Metals cards for Rat Trap and Rhinox. There, I've got Rat Trap going there. Can I get Rhinox doing it? Yeah, kind of. Rhino man, there we go. Oh, and that Super Prowl or Mac Alert, what's he called in Car Robots? I do have him as well, so I suppose technically, yeah. But yeah, all these guys like what's he like? Drill Nuts? Is that Drill Nuts? All these lads. No, I don't have any of them. Stampy, I can't read any of that, which is a great shame because I'm sure they're some quite good bios. Knowing that they're crazy Japanese Beast Wars stuff, it's probably got some mad stuff going on in there. Yeah, all these lads. No, they're cool. It's kind of a nicely dated flavour of early 2000s, late 90s CG art there, isn't it? There's loads of them, loads of them. Blast off G2 tech specky bit. Yeah, I didn't cut that out myself. That was how I got it with G2 Blast off. Got it from a convention in London, and like they supplied just the cuttings of his instructions and his tech spec with it, and it's like, oh, you couldn't have like kept the whole backing card so I get a nice big picture of him or whatever, but whatever. I've never seen any G2 packaging in the flesh. Robot Heroes! Now, these are a bit of an oddity. Around about 2008, I found a shop that did these, and they were blind bags. So instead of like the regular ones that were still like up to like a year before Toys R Us closing, they were like still in there, weren't they? Those 2-packs, God. But they came singly, and you didn't know which one they were, and they were movie ones and classic ones, and they all came with a little text back card, and that just felt really nice. This bit up here, this is like a leaflet showing you. It's so hard to do this with one hand. Leaflet showing you all the different ones that you could get, and there were like different like rare variants and things, and that felt kind of cool. And I guess that's kind of what the I'll leave that. I guess that's kind of what the RID Tiny Titans were going for, but these were better because they actually, you know, could move their arms and they were actually painted. These things, while the art on these cards is very nice, they just feel like, why? What? No, they mean nothing to me. The Fix-It one, I mean, I got given all of these, and I might have bought Grimlock myself because it was just like £1 or something from Tesco's, but I got given the Fix-It one, and it's like, oh, I really just would have preferred one that didn't look as bloody horrible as that thing does, because it's, oh, can we find him on here? Yeah, it's that blurry orange shape down in the bottom left there. He looks like he's just in endless pain, like he wants to put out of his misery. It's horrible. But that sound wave's kind of cool. Like he's got an MP3 player and stuff, and DJ headphones, and Bombshell's face for some reason. But yeah, so there's a bit of a kind of, you know, spiritual successor thing going on here, but these ones were a lot better. Random stuff here. That is a card of Jetfire from a Legends Rotoff set. That's a Ravage from that Sainsbury's set that I reviewed in like 3 parts back in the mists of time. Then there are all the cards for the reissue Seacons, which I got back out again the other day and then realised they're just awful, aren't they? God, they're like Poundland knockoffs. They're so bad. Now we have the Japanese Hotshot trilogy there. Yes. Didn't get him in the box, but I did get his card. Got that from Colin Matter Smasher. He sent that to me. Yes, so it was very nice he kept that, because now I've got all 3, one of each of the Hot Shots from Takara, looking nice with nice art and stuff. And then we got me Masterpiece lads. Yeah, they're all the Japanese Masterpiece ones I've got. What are you gonna do? Blue Streak is kind of interesting with that unknown thing going on with his tech spec. Oh, mystery, because he's actually a Diaclone lad, but we'll gloss that over. And then we got some more random stuff. Henkei Astro Train. I don't have Henkei Optimus, that was another one that Brent sent me. And some Encore Boys. Just goes to show you how much of this volume of this is Japanese collector cards. They know what's good, don't they? They always put a card in with everything. But then, of course, the Renaissance happened, and Combiner War started giving you random little shards of quite thick cardboard in with everything, with a nice picture on that wasn't always of the figure you were getting. And yeah, mate, this was good. I mean, if I took all these out of here, it'd be a really nice thick wodge. But yeah, again, they're in the order that I got them in. Kind of annoying with some of them with, like, you know, Bombshell, that's really cool. Why couldn't the figure look as cool as that? And then there's others where it's like, why couldn't Blades have looked anything like that? And then why does Hotspot look like that? Weird art choices from the Legends mobile game, and then suddenly phasing into actually accurate to the toys art, which is again really nice. Oh, I love Marcelo's big chunky Dreamwave boys that he draws. That Skywalk one, some reason I just really like that. That's one of my favourites. Yeah, there's a lot of Combiner Wars ones there. Of course, not everything came with a card, and I regret that, because it's like, I don't want those comics. I've already got those comics in the issues that they originally came out in. Could I just have had those cards instead? But there we go. Leo Kaiser there, bringing it to an end. Will there ever be any more Combiner Wars ones I put in here? I'm going to say no, but we all know the answer is going to be yes, don't we? If I can get my hands on like G2 Menasor, maybe, I don't know. Then these ones, are from the Toys R Us, that final kind of run of Toys R Us exclusives from the last night, oh dear. That mission to Cybertron Guff that gave you Skeletron and Primus, and two of those came from Primus's box. Don't ask me why, maybe it's because, because the idea is if you buy all of them, they make a big mosaic picture, so I suppose there weren't actually enough for them to do that in the line if they didn't start chucking multiples in with something. But yeah, you get some glyphs on there, pretty sure that just says, actually no, that's too many letters. I don't know what they say. Someone I know knows that. And then Titan's Return, yeah, again, just lovely art. Cool design with cutting the corners off here for some reason. Tech specs. And then of course he had that point like kind of, what was it, like wave 3 where they suddenly decided to change what the logos for each of the tech specs kind of connote. Because there's no words, there's nothing to say strength, speed, intelligence, like, 10 languages on each of the Energon ones there. They just used a logo, and then for some reason halfway through decided to change each of what those logos were, so they were kind of clearer to tell what they meant. Sadly, I did get one of the sea sprays that has a Nor tech spec on the back, which is annoying, but again, it's a lovely lot of wonderful art, isn't it? Yes. Why did they suddenly do some that were in alt mode and not robot mode? Strange decisions here, weren't there? Croc was my last one. So now I move on to Powder Primes, which arguably brings something a bit more interesting to the old collector card front because there's variants. And you can see I've got two that are Jazz. At least they're different, but I would have liked this one to have been Slug because that came in Slug's box. And it's like, I don't have one for Slug now. But yeah, it's kind of interesting that they're doing this kind of 12, because there aren't 13, are there actually? 12 variants. I think, I don't know, are there 13? Who knows? Yeah, there's lots of variants of each of these. So I have got things like Nexus Swoop and Onyx Jazz there. And that's cool. You get like a vaguely different mini bio in with each of them. I'm not ever going to bother trying to get each one of each of them because that's just lunacy. But it's nice to have a bit of a different spread, as it were. And I realise now I'm showing you figures that I haven't actually spoken about on camera yet, because I've been lazy, and yeah, I got Rodimus there, and that's the end, that's the lot, till we go all the way to the back here, through all these empty pages that I salvaged from my Pokemon card folder, to this strange thing. This was the 3D battle card game from like 2007, when the first film came out, and I got a few of them, and they're kind of interesting things. It's I have played the game once at least. Each one's got a card with some attacks on, and you change it around, and that's a different mode, and you just basically like put them together like papercraft, but they're more like plasticky, and each bit has got like the other mode painted on the other side. It's kind of a cool concept, really. If you're ever going to do a Transformers card game, and God knows, in my youth I have kind of created a good number of those with cardboard and whatever, that seems like a good way to do it, Proper Wizards of the Coast time stuff as well, so it's good quality kind of, at least, playable stuff that has good rules, and there are rarities to things. I think like that Bumblebee is a rare or something. But yeah, it stopped. They only did like 2 series of them, and there were some really weird choices in like this more like classical expansion, because like Blackjack, like seriously, in 2008, who gave a damn about Blackjack? That was one of the few times back in those days where I was kind of presented with a character I knew absolutely nothing about, and I was like, who is that? Why is there a card of him? What is he? Who? What? And then of course it took until 2015 for him to get a figure, and it's like, oh yeah, I remember this guy from that card I had. Yeah, weird times, man. And then the very last thing is this random, like, lenticular Megatron thing. I can't remember what it came from. Might have been an Easter egg or something, but it's not like Hasbro official or anything like that. I just kept it because it was a card and I felt like it. So, there you go. There's my big, thick wadge of collector cards from my Transformers from over the years. Of course, some of them aren't cards, they're stickers. We'll gloss over this fact. I just really like flicking through. It's like a nice little kind of album of all the greatest hits of things you've had that managed to include cards with them. So yeah, it's just nice. It's a nice feeling to look at it all, gaze upon this art, and every now and then take them all out and just kind of make it rain with them all. Hope you enjoyed that. Catch you next time.